Hello and welcome to Revive Your Soul. My name's Elizabeth Goddard, and this video I want to help you understand sex and trauma bonding. In this video, I want to try and help you understand how the narcissist uses sex and its links to trauma bonding. Now, I don't know whether you're new to my channel, whether you've seen some of my videos, but trauma bonding is when hormones are released into the body. We associate bonding with that parent and child dynamic. Bonding happens in relationships. It happens, with pets. When we learn to trust and have a form of trust, we create bonds in situations where that could be quite unique. And this is why companies use bonding or team bonding exercises to bring teams together, because they're in a unique situation and they're relying on each other and they're building a trust. So with the narcissist or the emotional abuser, they actually don't have the empathy, they don't have the understanding, they're emotionally, or I believe they're stuck at an age where they were traumatized, whether that was a parent withdrawing or something very traumatic happening to them, and they get stuck in that age. So their ability to communicate is at that age. Their ability to deal with situations is from that age. So you'll notice it and you'll understand it if you recognise stressful situations that they were in and how they responded to them. It might be how they responded to a particular person. They might have behaved like a child around that person. Sex is used as a tool, and so many people experience coming out of these relationships and talking about this amazing sexual connection, the amazing sex they had with their emotional abuser, the narcissist, the sociopath, the psychopath. This is what they focus on, and they don't know how they're going to move on. They don't know how they're going to have another relationship. They don't know how they would let anybody close to them again like that. This was a bonding on one side. The narcissist sees sex as a manipulation tool. This is all about power and control. And this goes the way through the relationship. It isn't just in the bedroom. It's also a powerful tool for them to get supply, because if they satisfy you sexually, you praise them for that. Then they're getting supply. If it's the best sex you've ever had, they are getting supply from that. So it's a powerful tool, and they use it to manipulate you. They use it to bond to you. This isn't about the sex for them, and in fact I'm going to come on to that. This isn't about a connection, and I want you to, if it's not too painful, to break down the whole relationship into understanding what it was like, because you'll probably see right at the beginning of that relationship when they were love bombing you, when this person was amazing and they were telling you how lucky you are to have them in their life. This is when sex was amazing, and that you possibly see the connection with the cycle of abuse. So the cycle of abuse runs the love bombing, devaluation, discard, love bombing, devaluation, discard. It's done to bond you, it's done to confuse you, it's done to take over your life, it's done to take power and control over you. And exactly the same methods happen with sex, and you'll see them running. They will run in the same cycle. So they will withdraw sex from you and use that. That will be the same as the devaluation discard stage. Now, just like I've seen so many comments with is there a manual? Do these people read the same book because of this same pattern that continues? It's the same thing that comes up, whether they've read the Kama Sutra or something like that. They seem to be able to produce the same effects in the bedroom. the same effects with sex, and they get you bonded and addicted to them, to their needing that, for you needing them. This bonding allows us to feel secure in the relationship, but they haven't bonded with you. So you're putting all your trust in them. Sex is about a deep connection. This is about sharing something. And maybe not so much with casual sex, but in a relationship, it's about having a connection and connecting on all levels. And this intimacy is you putting your trust in this other person. Only they are not trustworthy. They were never trustworthy. If you watch some of the videos of that, about them wearing a mask, and you know the love bombing stage where they put on a mask and pretend to be another person, this is exactly what they're doing. It's another scenario where they're able to act out and get attention, and this is what it's done for. It's done to get them a source of supply, but also to get you bonded to them, to get you into a place of feeling secure and you feel safe in this relationship. But it also creates loneliness. This place creates loneliness and so many questions, because you're left wondering what you did wrong, because this bond is so strong. There's a push-pull that goes on within this relationship. They give you great sex and then they withdraw it from you, and it's like a punishment, and then they give it back to you and then they take it away again. And this is the same, it's like the devaluation stage, it's like the discard stage when they keep disappearing. They're doing the same thing, they're bonding, there's trauma going on. There's a lot of questioning that goes on. You know, what did you do? What did you say? Because you've been led and fed up to this point of believing this is all your fault. So you naturally take on the responsibility for this as well. It might be something that was given to you in childhood. It might be something that you picked up from a parent or caregiver. Easy for you to take on that role of being the peacemaker and taking responsibility, even though it wasn't your fault. It was easier than experiencing what would come, and this might be a repeating pattern for you, that you always take responsibility. So it was very easy for them to line you up to tell you this is all your fault. That actually the narcissist is asexual. It's like a performance, because it's a source of supply, and once they've got you hooked, they lose interest. The problem is they've caused so much damage doing that, that you're left wondering what the hell you did wrong, what is wrong with you, if you're attractive enough, and you've been bonded so deeply, and these wounds run so deep that and this is one of the reasons it hurts so much. This is one of the reasons that people come out of these relationships saying they're never going to be able to have sex again. I can tell you now, you do the deep healing, those feelings will go. Now find those wounds and you will not be experiencing those same emotions. You will not be having those same thought patterns. You'll start to understand the dynamics within the relationship. You'll start to understand that sex was used to manipulate you. You'll start to understand that sex was used as a form of supply to your abuser. And you'll start to understand that you are perfect, and you'll start to understand that you are amazing. There is nothing wrong with you. Maybe you've got a few wounds that need healing. There was nothing wrong with you in the first place. It was all done to gain power and control over you. And this was a game and you didn't have the rules. I hope that has helped. I hope that releases something. I hope it helps with the questioning, because I know trying to stay out of your head is really hard. Trying to stay grounded is where you need to be. You need to be in your body, not in your head, repeating, and going around and around with these questions and believing that you're not good enough. This was a game. This was a game. Only you didn't know that. You thought and bought in to a relationship. You invested in a relationship. You gave everything to be in that relationship. And you were manipulated, and you were taunted, and you were tormented, and then you were discarded. And there may be a load of other stuff in between. This was a game. This isn't your fault. Heal the wounds, and I promise you, your life will change dramatically. I'm sending you loads and loads of love.